Did you see Chris? He goes like this, he goes, oh shit, the camera! Where'd you come from? God damn.
Chris Jones here, alongside with James Campbell, and we are here to give you the 2010 Herbarius Dearman Draft Recap.
Okay, some would say you go Adrian Peterson. I would be of that school of thought, but you can't go wrong with our boy CJ here. It's a good start to a team. But I feel like maybe Greg found out that there is a curse to being the #1 overall pick.
This is true. So, first of all, what would you give him on a ABC scale right here?
I'm gonna be a little rough. I'm gonna give Greg a C-, and not because Greg doesn't know what he's doing. We all know Greg's the king of the waiver wire, which he might need to utilize this year. However, I feel like he got trapped picking some guys too early in the draft that he had to take, maybe earlier than he should have.
Next person up, that's going to be Alan Crushell.
Well, I mean, they got a great starting piece. Adrian Peterson fell in their lap because Greg defaulted and decided to go with Chris Johnson. Personally, I think Peterson's the clear-cut #1 player. Can't have a better player to build your team around than the best player. Phillip Rivers at quarterback is amazing. Can make a very sound argument that through 2 picks, this is the best team out there.
Right.
However, I felt like this team started slowing down around pick 3, 4, 5, 6, from there on.
James Hall.
James Hall, we gave him a C+ grade. Pretty solid. The first 3 picks, Maurice Jones-Drew, D'Angelo Williams, Roddy White. I mean, that's textbook. That's a great way to start a team. Maybe you want to have a quarterback in there, but I think he saw that all the good quarterbacks were going. He kind of got stuck without one. You could say he has the worst starting quarterback of any team in the league with Eli Manning.
That's true about it.
Pat was my sleeper coming into this year. You know, he made a few poor draft decisions in last year's draft, but I thought, you know, Pat has learned so much in 1 year. He's always talking. You know, he knows a lot more than he did last year. I had a feeling coming into this draft that he might make them think some positive things happen. I really think he did in this draft. Aaron Rodgers, you know, this is a quarterback-heavy league. He got the #1 scoring fantasy quarterback from last year. Pretty impressive. Larry Fitzgerald at receiver, you know, anywhere from the 2nd to 5th best receiver. And then Jamal Charles and Dallas Clark, 2 guys I love.
Right. I mean, you got to think his top 4 right there. And if Jamal Charles pans out, I mean, you got to think last year he played 6 games, had 1,000 yards rushing. I mean, just incredible numbers. So
I would put his top 4 up against just about anybody in the league. However, I do think he kind of tapered off, taking Steve Smith, the giant Steve Smith, and Jonathan Stewart, who we're not even sure how long he's going to be out,
right,
which is a really risky pick. But I think he made up for that with his Wes Welker pick and has been taped at best, which is unfortunate because if you look at the first 3 picks of our #7 guy, Matt, you're thinking, oh wow, he's got a nice little team going. He's got Romo and Miles. That's an elite quarterback, elite wide receiver combo. And you throw in Marcus Colston, who's been a staple for 4 years now,
right,
who is, you know, the de facto #1 receiver in New Orleans, the most potent offense in the league. That's a great start. But then you think, wow, he needs to get a running back. And what does he come up with? Steve Slayton. He might be 3rd on the depth chart.
Well,
not on his team,
and
but on his real team.
He definitely missed out on some good people there. I mean, you got to be thinking, did he miss out on Chris Wells, Pierre Thomas, Ronnie Brown? Maybe not the best running backs, but definitely.
No, Sean Moreno, Darren McFadden, Reggie Bush. I think these guys are all much more solid than him.
Right.
But you know, we're not gonna throw the baby out with the bathwater. Jermichael Finley is a nice comeback in the 5th round. I think he is probably the 4th or 5th best tight end.
Moving on, that's going to be